How we doing, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? Info here with a quick video of a Jab Barbarian that Sloth commented on my previous YouTube video saying, have I had a look at it? And no, I hadn't. But with the two-handed mastery change and things, I thought, well, I better. I did make a druid that used Jab and procced Molten Boulder from Hellmouth, which is hilarious, because you can run Armageddon, teleport around with maxed out Arctic Blast. Arctic Blast? Dust. What's wrong with me? Anyway, but to come back to this quickly, like I say, let's just fire it out quick and then I'll show you guys an Uber Tristram. Just hilarious. So, skills. I've got one in Leap, just because I like the mobility. Combat Masteries, maxed two-handed weapon mastery for the crushing blow efficiency and melee splash loveliness. I actually maxed out combat reflexes and iron skin. You don't necessarily have to do. You could max deep wounds and grim ward synergy to have, you know, bleediness on this if you wanted to. I just like having the massive max life, fast hit recovery, and the damage reduction and huge defense and things. I maxed that increased speed as well, just because I like jabbing super fast to get that really high breakpoint on it. Because jab can be insanely fast. It just takes a lot of increased attack speed. You don't want to sacrifice that too much on your gear, so I was like, well, got the points, because you don't have to invest in a combat skill, of course, because you get it from your weapon. So yeah, Warcries, standard, 1 point wonders on everything except for a max battle command for the enhanced damage and bonus skills. So, with that being said, let's look at our gear. So with the gear, problem with closed beta, of course, is we can't just find an impaler and then ID it and go, oh, that's a really good one. I'm going to up it and slam it and hope for 6 sockets. Because you have to spawn it in with sockets because we can't slam in closed beta. So, you know, 4 is the, you know, max in this scenario. And then I upped it to a Hyperion Spear. So as you can see, I've got some increased attack speed in there and some bear runes to get that crushing blow up to max potential. So yeah, the enhanced damage range isn't huge because it's an exceptional weapon, not an elite weapon. But it's okay, you know, with gears, you know, around your inventory to help out with off-weapon ED and things. It's not really an issue. You know, the cheap version of this would just be shale runes, because that's what I was using before. But I wanted to sort of amp it up a little bit. And this gear is far from optimized. It's just things that I threw on. The reason I threw on Hand of Brock is because it's, you know, this is the first one that I, you know, spawned in with the code. And I was like, oh, perfect. It rolled 30 ED. So if I show, as I said, you can see it's a chunk of change when it comes to damage there. And obviously if you can slam more ED on it, because I had a perfect pair a couple of seasons back, and it was just fantastic to have that much ED in the glove slot just for something different. It's lovely. But yeah, you could go with steel rends here, that sort of thing. I said my gear is far from optimized. I just threw things on. So Raven Frost cannot be frozen. Again, you could have that anywhere else in the build. I put a Veil of Steel on. I think this was on a Mercenary at one point, and then I just slapped it on me because it had increased attack speed, ED jewels in it to up that, you know, ED off weapon, like I said, because we don't really have a lot of it on there. High Lords for Deadly Strike and, again, increased attack speed and stuff. Chains was just for the res and the skills. Again, you could have Fortitude for the off weapon ED. You could have the Wraith Skin for Deadly Strike and stuff. Gore Riders, again, that could be Goblin Toes, Crafts, anything. Bulkathos, I did have one knocking around, and it is, again, a good decision because of the enhanced damage and damage reduction, and AR is always a good thing. Lightning Resist is probably one of the best things to have, especially in Uber Tristram. And then lastly, Noz Coil. Again, you could balance increased attack speed everywhere else, but it was a quick slap on because it's got Deadly Strike, slows target, strength to put, you know, big fat chains of honor on, etc. So yeah, that's the gear. Charms, again, far from optimized. I just went with a bunch of mastery skillers to get, you know, the iron skin and all that up, and then some maxi lifey boys. One of them with fast hit recovery for a breakpoint, and then these are all just left over from me being a weirdo with another build. Again, ignore the small charms. Faster run walk defense, what the hell's wrong with me? Don't worry about it. And again, Torch and Annie, of course. So, breakpoints and stats and things. So, I've got a huge amount of strength, as you can see, but that's okay. We're a Barbarian. Just your damage. Dex was enough to get a reasonable attack rating with Jab once Battle Orders is on. Rest of it into life. Again, that goes up to about 2.5, I think, once we actually do Battle Orders. On Switch, we've got, you know, the usual Heart of the Oaks, because I can't be asked to make bow sticks in closed beta. Right, Mercenary. Again, just something to give me amp. And again, he hasn't even got anything in his vamp gaze, you know. Random Chains of Honor, again, it's kind of just thrown together rubbishness. It was mostly just so I could run around jabbing stuff and see what happened. And it was just so incredibly fast and insane damage-wise. So speaking of speed, if I slap jab on right clicks, I'm still not a fan of that. Oh, sorry. 11 frames. Sounds slow, but it's jab. That's 11 frames jabbing, you know. It's just super fast, crazy. Really, really powerful. Hit recovery is only 48. Again, you could optimize a lot of this gear slots to make it 86 if you wanted to, but you jab so fast, you're getting the hits in first. So it's actually okay to have that breakpoint. Crushing Blow is more than high enough. I was using a smiter earlier where I was at 100 Crushing Blow, and I realized I was sacrificing gear slots for the 100 that I didn't need it. So even my Paladin was on 85 Crushing Blow, and it was smashing bosses to pieces. So when I retouched on this jab barb, I saw he had 87. I was like, 2% more. You know, so it's fine, it's fine. And he's obviously got the massive efficiency thanks to the changes to two-handed weapon mastery. Deadly Strike, again, pretty lovely. And Open Wounds, again, pretty lovely. It's all good stuff right there. Huge life leech, keeps you nice and topped up, and a tiny bit of mana leech from Hand of Brock, which is all you really need. You know, you don't need much else. Pretty damn good. So no map choice thing here. Again, if we wanted to make this seriously, we'd optimize the gear better. Maybe have a mercenary that's covered in auras to help out. You know, I was tempted to slap Templar's Might on him, or, you know, change him to a Barbarian and give him a Beast Axe or something. Doesn't really matter. It's just a straight up hilarious meme. And now I'm going to show you what it's like. Tristram. We've got the usual Battle Cry and Grim Ward on Switch. Can't do Grim Ward in Uber Tristram, sadly, but I can use Battle Cry to help me. Oh, here we go. Bale's on our case. Still got max res. Life is good. Come on, Bale, over here. Oh, I got slapped up. Okay, maybe my res isn't as good as I thought. I feel like this is going slower than usual. It felt faster earlier. What, am I high? No, I'm not, chat, I promise. But yeah, I don't even have Battle Cry on right now, and as you can see, he's just getting melted. Lovely stuff, you know, couple of juvies. Not much of a problemo. Oh, here we go. Oh no, what? No, I don't want to do that, no. You weirdo. Here we go. Right, bam. Curse is out, I nearly died. Mercenary's taking a kick in, I'm taking a kick in. And I nearly died again. Oh, jeez. Because my res isn't maxed, I didn't overstack it, overcap it, over anything it really. Just going in raw, baby. As you can see, you attack so damn fast with so much crushing blow and everything else, it just matter. Crazy. See, we're not even using the Juvage. Oh, maybe on the Merc because he was poisoned. Right, Diablo! Where are you, you puppy? It's crazy Ivan would say. There we go. Curse on him and other things. Cursey Ampies and Battle Cry. Again, as long as, you know, your res in check, this would be a lot better. So, there you go. Absolutely slapped. And again, you know, bears in the weapon, you know, a bit crazy. You know, increased attack speed, ED duels, it's all a bit like, come on, Dean, this is a bit crazy. This is, you know, rich man's gear. It's like, yeah, I know. I just, you know, wanted to illustrate that jab is very much on the menu because, you know, two-handed weapon mastery gives you all this glory. Look at that. Beautiful, man. You don't even have to worry about, like, am I going to go leap attack? Am I going to go whirlwind, concentrate? What am I going to do? It's like, no. Skills on your weapon. Enjoy. Just get jab. Obviously, javelin and spear mastery does nothing for you, sadly. But you don't need it anymore. Because, again, the devs have given us this beautiful, beautiful thing. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed that little meme. And, yeah, season's right around the corner. So I hope everyone's excited as I am. All right, GG. Take care, everyone.